ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the living and practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapeta Kartas, Yajamans, manifestors, Sarvaparityagis, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotari Tanedar, Kailasas, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, consulate generals and supporters, Paramashiva Ganas. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Relationship between time and space externally is based on continuity, internally based on intensity. Anything planted consciously in space becomes reality in time. Anything continuously planted in time gets into space. Now understand? Please sit up if needed. Pick up your cup of coffee, hot chocolate, anything is okay. Be fully awake. It's going to be one of a super conscious breakthrough satsang. Length, by its infinite possibility multiplication. Listen. Infinite possibility multiplication. Mark this word. If you work only in one line, you expand in that one possibility. But if you decide, no boundary for me, I will expand in all infinite directions, infinite possibility multiplication. Listen, If you say, "Oh, I am busy in becoming entrepreneur, so I can't care about health, and I will have a big pot belly, dump all the junk food, no time for yoga, gym, or anything. I am a great entrepreneur." At the age of 40, Monday morning blew up, over. Especially NRIs. Hey, take care of your food. You are eating shit and junk for which your body, your DNA, your whole genetical structure, or your digestion system, nothing was prepared. Understand? NRIs, mark my words, less you eat, more you will live long. These words are specifically for NRIs, Indians who are not living in India, especially the NRIs who are living in countries like USA, Europe, Dubai, Canada. Listen, you have too much of junk in your life. Stop eating. As much as possible, reduce eating. Find some excuse to stop eating. You call it Pradosha Vratam or Ekadasi Vratam, whatever Vratam, Nirahara Samyama, but stop eating. You will live long, healthy. Listen, if you work only on one line, you are expanding only on that one possibility. If you decide, I will expand in all my possibilities, the multiplication in all your possibility. It is possible. First, understand it is possible. You can have healthy six-pack body and $1 billion business, absolutely unclutched, enlightened state, everything happening stress-free, spontaneously, simultaneously. I am not igniting your greed. I am just igniting your speed. I am not igniting your greed through these words. I am just igniting your speed through these words. I don't make you greedy. I make you responsible. Listen. This infinite possibility expansion for this, I give you some tips. All the time, be like a child, parapara, parapara. How a child tries to be involved, active in everything. Morning when you get up, jump, go and make your own coffee. Make your own tooth powder. Go and get the neem stick and haritaki and charcoal powder, little salt, mix. and brush. Learn to pluck your own flowers and do puja. More and more things become alive, bubbly. Make garlands. Don't tell me, oh, I have a $1 billion business. I don't have time to make garlands. Instead, Swamiji, I will make enough money and give garland in gold itself for you. Please have that. Let me focus. Let me be intelligent and be smart. I'll make $1 million and make a golden mala flower garland for you and offer it. Why don't you accept that? That is more productive for you and Kailasa for world than me plucking flowers every day. If you calculate, it's half an hour time. In half an hour per day, I make $100,000 deal, and half an hour I have to make every day garland and put it on you. If I spend the same half an hour, I'll make $1 million deal and make a beautiful 10 kg gold haram for you and offer it. Why don't you accept that? That's more productive for you, Kailasa, in all possibility. No. I'm saying clear no. If you can spend half an hour plucking garland, flowers and making garland and offering, I tell you the kind of the space you will carry. Instead of $1 million deal per hour, you will make $1 billion deals. First things first. You may be capable of billion and making million because you are not making the garland with your own hands. More and more hands on. I tell you, only first 1 month it will feel very difficult. Now you have enough time for the first 1 month trial and error. Till December, nothing much can be done. You'll be surprised. Whatever I uttered about this pralaya, everybody is confirming. Everybody is confirming. Whether World Health Organization or UN, everybody. Anyhow. So till December you have time. Learn this lifestyle of bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. Please understand. When you decorate the deity on your own, your intensity's ability to be continuity. Intensity is excitement in your inner space. Continuity is ability to keep that excitement as visualization till it becomes a reality. Please understand. These are some of the ultimate cosmic principles. I am sharing with you all from all the Hindu Tattva Darshanas. So listen carefully. This is the quote. Listen. Intensity is revelation or excitement experienced in your inner space. Continuity is ability to retain that excitement, revelation, intensity through visualization till it becomes reality in the physical manifestation is continuity. Understand? doing puja, making garland for deity, doing decoration, all this creates an amazing fertile ground in your inner space. I tell you, I have done it in my life multiple births. Life is not between one birth and one death, it's multiple births and deaths. I have done this in my multiple births and deaths. That's why I'm telling you. Intense excitement when it is added with the creativity, especially the most superior creativity is Hindu Kriya. Kriyas of Hinduism is the most superior creativity. See my Gurukul kids, just by decorating deities, they manifest powers. Because intensity of the inner world starts manifesting as continuity of the outer world. Listen. Intensity of the inner world starts manifesting as the continuity of the outer world just through decorating the deity. If you are a millionaire, want to become billionaire, I guarantee, start a temple, start spending at least half an hour to 1 hour physically working on the temple. Tie dhoti, saree, put jewels. Enjoy the creativity. Please understand, one of the greatest poverty the modern day man is facing is inability to retain a visualization continuously even for few minutes. Extreme mental breakdown. Don't try to tell me entertainment industry is full of creativity. No. Entertainment industry is full of copying, replicating, duplicating, not creativity. Creativity is less than half percent. Creativity, I am defining, creativity is ability to keep the inner space's excitement, inspiration through continuity till it becomes reality. Anyone who wants to be my disciple, start becoming wildly active in all dimension possible in your life. Hey, to design this Reserve Bank of Kailas, I just started simply Googling. I studied 85 countries bank structures personally. I have notes. all the technical terms. Just Googling. Simple interest. And then mapping them to agamas. How agama describes these concepts, I tell you, end of the day. So many people are praising, oh, brilliant idea, gold-based currency. Hey, only 100 years before these countries' currencies have become popular. Before that, the whole world was following only Hindu economy. Hindu economy is simply on gold. Over. Only last 100 years, these various countries and its currencies have become strong exchange mechanism. I'll use the word mechanism only. I will not accept the currency as organism. It's just a mechanism. Organism should have its own independent intelligence and life. It's only a mechanism, regulated. I tell you. The most non-exploiting, unmanipulatable economic system was Hindu economic system. I saw very clearly, few hundred years before, till the Hindu economic system was allowed to live, before the invaders finished it, how it was. They just picked it up and revived. Just simple interest, simple involvement. Listen, simple involvement, simple interest makes you absolutely passionate about life. I tell you. One of the worst conspiracy done against humanity, the most powerful conspiracy done against humanity, even in the level of your survival, reproduction, sexual instincts, you are converted into just a customer or a client. Your freedom is snatched, swindled by the established chronic capitalistic mental setup. Listen, I am absolutely against pornography. One of the main reason is when you become addicted to pornography, you just become a client, customer for those who supply the pornography to you. Please understand. You are no more sexy. You are no more sexually alive. Sex is no more yours. You lost it. That's a worst loss. Losing your sex chronic capitalistic industries. You will just do what they say, and you will just be made to believe what they say is the pleasure. The moment you start believing, see the pornographies, porn industries, vision of sex is just making you as their customer. They become your masturbation utility value, and maybe they supply multiple levels of products, whether it is some pill or an injection or a sex toy or whatever. You are just a client, customer. Even in your fundamental core level, you do not have knowledge or vidya, the clarity about what for you have been given this great possibility called sex by Paramashiva. Absolutely. That component does not exist. You are just a customer, client. I am not talking only about the hardcore porn, even the soft porn in media, in advertising industry, entertainment industry, social media platform, in every level. I don't know why cars need to be advertised with half-dressed models. Even the car seats are more dressed, more covered. Car seats are more clothed and more covered than the models who are promoting the cars. Listen, the Tantra looks at your sex as your conscious blueprint to become Paramashiva. Porn industry looks at your sex as customer, client, consumer. The porn industry teaches you how to become their regular customer. That's it. Nothing more. In multiple layer products and services and goods. It may be products, pills, sex toys, drugs, services, from escort to export, goods, all the other related accessories, paraphernalia. Listen carefully. The most unsexy industry on the planet Earth is pornography. It is just sheer destruction of the greatest energy Paramashiva has given to the living beings. It's like Paramashiva has given you a golden conscious blueprint as the map, golden conscious blueprint to build your life and map to reach Kailasa, and you use that as just a tissue paper. Using the golden map, conscious blueprint given by Paramashiva, instead of reaching Kailasa and manifesting Paramashiva using that map and blueprint, using it as a tissue paper and fleshing it out is what is porn industry. Porn industry teaches you to use it and flesh it out. Tantra teaches you how to use that conscious blueprint and manifest Paramashiva and use that map and reach Kailasa. I tell you, in every field, industries which are trying to make you customer consumer stops you being active, you being alive. Understand? And I tell you one more thing. You need to know this very clearly. This is too important. Listen carefully. This is the truth directly from Cosmic Archive. Whenever I listen to Manikavasagar, the great saint from South India, Jnanasambandar, I have my own favorite singers, one great singer called Dharmapuram Swaminathan. I should say that he is a Oduvar from a traditional way of learning. He learned it very traditional way. His voice is my favorite. Always my bedtime songs will be only the Dharmapuram Swaminathan's Devarams. That's my bedtime song. My grandfather used to sing, and of course, unfortunately, we never audio recorded my grandfather's voice. Anyhow, I enjoy Dharmapuram Swaminathan's Devaram. That's my bedtime song. Listen carefully. Whenever I listen to Jnanasambandar and Manikavasagar, they are great verses, I see literally my inner space transported to their inner space. Listen carefully the statement I am going to make. When you are addicted to pornography, the person you remember in your masturbation, that person's biomemory forcibly starts manifesting in your system. And this is a strong statement I am making. Not only you carry the remnant of every person with whom you shared your body, had sex, you carry even the biomemory of the people whom you remember as your masturbation utility value. Listen. You may not have physically even seen them, but their biomemory strongly affects you. Whoever you remember, you fantasize about, their biomemory affects you strongly. And this is the next statement, next truth. Listen carefully. Most of the porn stars suffer with a deep depression, drug addiction, and ultimately suicide, because whoever remembers them as a masturbation utility, their biomemories affect this person. Please understand, we are not separate islands as we imagine. Even islands are not separate. They are all interconnected below the ocean. Ocean is just a skin deep on planet Earth. Why don't you guys understand? Island is not island is not island. Listen to this statement. Island is not island is not island. Island is not island. Ocean. If you compare the depth of the ocean to the size of the planet Earth, it is just skin deep. Not even more than a skin deep. Even the deepest ocean is only a skin deep. Island is not island. None of us are islands. Never make yourself as masturbation utility value for people, nor have low conscious beings as your masturbation utility value. Listen carefully. In biomemory level, all of us are deeply connected. The intensity of the inner world manifests as continuity in the outer world, and continuity of the outer world manifests as intensity of the inner space. Next statement I'm going to make. I'm making multiple independent statements in this satsang. Listen to this satsang 3-4 times. You will understand the multiple independent statements are all connected. Sutre Manigana iva. The message today I spelled out, the first few lines. From that message, just see all the independent statements I am making. They are all connected like Sutre Manigana iva. Next statement I am making, listen. Length dimension expanding in its infinite possibilities gives birth to breadth dimension. Breadth dimension and length dimension expanding with their infinite possibilities give birth to depth dimension. Length dimension breadth dimension, depth dimension, all three together, expanding with its infinite possibilities, give birth to time dimension. Length, breadth, depth, time, all four, giving birth to its infinite possibility and expanding gives birth to space dimension. At someday, scientists will prove what I am saying. I am just mapping some of the greatest principles of 36 tattvas described, defined in the cosmic knowledge and penned in Sanskrit. I should not say penned, spelled. That's the right word. Because Vedas are spelled, not penned. Penned much later to protect it from invaders. Otherwise, it is only spelled. That is why it's called Shruti. Heard. Shruti. Heard. Listen. The cosmic truths spelled in Vedas, I am just mapping it to the English language and sharing it with you all. Now, what I described as the length, breadth, depth, time, space. Understand? The time and spaces continuum of time space is intensity in the inner space, subjective world. It is dependent on continuity in the objective world. Listen. In the external world, which all of us are perceived in certain frequency, like sound, how between these frequencies it can be perceived by all of us. There is some scale between this unit to this unit, all of us can hear. If it goes down, then this unit, normal human beings can't hear. But if you start hearing the lower frequencies than the human possibility, it's called power. Or the higher frequencies than the human possibility, it's called power. Whether lower frequency or a higher frequency than the human possibility, it's called power. Same way, this world, there is certain frequency which all human beings can perceive, but that does not mean human beings cannot perceive the lower frequency or higher frequency. The commonly stated range of human hearing is to 20 to 20,000 hertz frequency. Same thing I can roughly equate. Even the visual, please listen. Common human perceived time space. I'll give a for example 20 to 20,000 unit. Maybe instead of hertz, I'll call that unit as Maya. 20 unit to 20,000 unit Maya, all of us can perceive. Below 20 unit, above 20,000 unit, anyone can perceive. He is liberated from Maya. Listen, understand this truth. I'm giving you the example. Commonly, all human beings can perceive 20 to 20,000 hertz, HERTZ sound. But that does not mean the possibility to hear lower than 20 or higher than 20,000 is not there. Don't think. Common range is 20 to 20,000 hertz. But human beings can hear more than 20,000 or below 20. It is possible. When you start hearing that, you start manifesting powers. So now listen. Just like this sound, Sabda Tattva, sound principle. Understand the Maya Tattva, the world you are enjoying, perceiving. 20 unit Maya to 20,000 unit Maya, all of us perceive as a common world. Anyone can perceive lower than the 20 units Maya or higher than the 2000 unit Maya. World becomes enlightened. It's a power. Understand? In the innermost core of you, the time space continuum intensity is lower than 20 units Maya. Listen carefully. That is why many times you do not know what is happening in your inner space. The time space continuum is intensity centric in the inner space, which is lower than 20 frequency. That is why many times you do not know what causes your inner space, good or bad, right or wrong, inspiration or dullness. I am spelling some of the most wonderful, liberating, enlightening truth and knowledge. Anyone grasp the intense happening as continuum in your time space inside the subjective space, liberated once for all from all the tantrums of your mind. Your mind is your boyfriend who just won lottery for few $1 billion, or your girlfriend having heavy period. Boyfriend who won the lottery will not be, you will not be able to control. Girlfriend who has a heavy period, you won't be able to control. Both will throw tantrum. Both won't behave as they are supposed to be or expected to be, as agreed upon. Your mind will stop throwing all tantrums if you can reach the continuum of the time space intensity, which is lower than 20 unit Maya, through unclutching. Unclutching helps you to go to the lowest frequency of Maya, which common man cannot perceive, and it helps you to go to the core continuum between time and space, which I call as intensity. And when you touch that space, your mind stops throwing tantrum. It will not throw tantrum. Once for all in your life, you are free from your mind. I tell you. When Arunagiri Yogeshwara touched my Anandagandha, and that is the moment I experienced the universe lower than 20 frequency Maya, 20 hertz, 20 Maya frequency. Now, whatever I am saying, I'll tell them to make a beautiful documentary with a visual description. Actually, if you consider time and space as a burger, the inside, the center filling is intensity in the inner world. In the outer world, the same thing is continuity. So all of us enjoy between 20 to 20,000 intensity, continuity, frequency up and down. Lower than 20 Maya is pure intensity. Higher than 20,000 unit Maya is pure continuity. Any one you enjoy, experience, you are free from Maya. You are free from all delusion. Mind cannot throw any more tantrum to you. Listen to this. Listen to this. A boy slowly walks towards a girl in a library and asks, "Are you free today evening for a date?" Girl screams loudly, "I can't sleep with you. I am not that kind of woman." Boy felt very embarrassed and goes back. After a few minutes, the girl walks up to him and says, "Did you feel embarrassed? I am studying psychology, so I know how to make people feel embarrassed." The boy screams, "You dare to ask $300 per night?" The girl was shaken. Boy slowly tells, "I am a lawyer. I know how to make people guilty." Understand? Your mind is either a girlfriend studying psychology or a boyfriend lawyer. It will become irrelevant when you taste the intensity lower than 20 frequency Maya. See, the Maya lower than 20 frequency means pure Shakti. Same way, Maya higher than 20,000 frequency means pure reality, pure Shakti, Parashakti, pure reality, Parama Purusha is one and the same. Either you touch Parashakti or Parama Purusha, you are liberated. In both, you are liberated. In the inner space, when you implant unclutching, when you put the seeds of unclutching, that Paramashanta Swarupa which starts growing puts you in intense alive experience which is lower than 20 frequency Maya. Or the passionate, involved, intense activities of the body, yoga, puja, all those working on the body raises you beyond the 20,000 unit Maya, gives you the experience of pure reality, which is continuity, that also liberates you from Maya. I tell you, Hinduism is absolutely liberation centric tradition. We neither bother about converting people nor bother about grabbing, occupying, terrorizing. See, like in pornography, how two types of pornography is there: hard porn, soft porn. Same way, hard porn is terrorism. In the religious field, the hard porn is terrorism. Terrorize and convert people. Soft porn is conversion. Give the bread. Just inside the greed. Charity. Use all possible the goody image building mechanisms and charisma for conversion. That's a soft porn. Hinduism is absolute knowledge based tradition. Neither we bother about hard porn. In the religious field, terrorism is hard porn, hardcore porn. Conversion is soft porn. The Vedic tradition, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, does not do both. It's a pure knowledge based tradition. In Shabda Ratnavali, The word Shiva means intensity. In the inner space, the time-space continuums energy, the principle which is responsible for time-space continuum, is called Shiva and Tivra. Intensity and Shiva. That is the most beautiful thing in Sanskrit. It's a language of subjective experiences translated with absolute highest possible right method of mapping it into external explanation. Let me repeat. Sanskrit is the language most purest and highest possibility of mapping the internal experience into an external explanation. Like Sanskrit can be the best language to reproduce the same inner experience of intensity as the outer definition for continuity. Tivra samveganam asannaha asamprajnata samadhi is easier to be achieved closer for the one who has high intensity. Patanjali Yoga Sutras, 21st Sutra in Samadhipada. And Shabdakalpadruma explains Tivra as Dirgatvadikam, intensity connected to length. I'll read out exactly what the Shabdakalpadruma says. Tivra, intensity as Dirgatvadikam, in length, etc., means intensity is something that has continuity like length. Let me try to map this for our day-to-day practice. Listen. All I am trying to convey is, if you go in your inner space through unclutching practice, you will experience the 20 unit Maya, lesser than the 20 unit Maya, core of you, which is pure intensity. That intensity is responsible for time-space connection in your inner space. With that intensity, anything you put it in the space becomes reality in time. Now, in the outer world, the continuity means beyond 20,000 unit Maya, the continuity becomes the connecting point between time and space continuum. In that, anything you persistently practice, anything you persistently put in time gets into space. Anything you persistently put in time gets into space. Anything you insistently put in space becomes time, manifests in time. Putting it in the space and manifesting it in the time, putting it in the time every day through persistent practice and reaching it out to the space. Two methods for liberation, fundamental methods for liberation. If you go lower than 20 unit Maya or higher than 20,000 unit Maya, mind cannot play anymore your lawyer boyfriend or psychology student girlfriend. It can neither make you feel embarrassed nor make you feel guilty. Hinduism is pure enlightenment centric tradition. Contemplate on this one truth. Today's satsang, I have given multiple independent statements. Watch the satsang again, at least 2-3 times. All these statements will fall in place. You will start discovering, and I strongly recommend every one of you, if you are new to my satsangs, please watch satsangs related to unclutching and start practicing unclutching. I am giving you the link of how to do unclutching meditation to experience the core intensity of your life and liberate yourself from delusion, Maya, your mind, and achieve enlightenment, manifest powers. Actually, if you break this time-space continuum, you can manifest anything you want. It is just a game, play. You can manifest anything you want. Anything intensely you put it in the space will manifest in time. Anything persistently you practice in time will get into your space. One supports the other. "36 tattvas, 11 dimensions, 25 states of consciousness. These are all the pure fundamental principles of Hinduism. Principles. Sorry for my Idli accent, like Italy accent. I know it's a little difficult with my Idli accent. I'll make sure today's satsang comes with a caption. So even if you don't understand my accent, you can read and internalize, contemplate. I want to thank this Nityanandapedia team and not only Nityanandapedia team, always behind the scene, never coming in the front, but extraordinary contribution, Ramesh Ramani and Mohana and their team. When I go through how they make this LMS successful, oh God, what a work. Never they even expect me to acknowledge. And actually they request not to announce and not to acknowledge. But somehow I felt Last few days I am seeing all the departments and all the work I am just going through. I could not control what amount of work Ramesh Ramani and Mohana and the whole team have done. Oh God. You guys have done so much good to the world. And from now, I am making this as a conscious sankalpa. O Paramashiva, Mahadeva, Paramashiva Ganapati, I bow down to you. O Paramashiva, all this punya of everyone getting benefit through your knowledge, initiation, blessings, through this LMS, all the punya, let it manifest as best good things immediately in all their lives. Ramesh Ramani, Mohana and their whole team. O Mahadeva, shower your blessings on them. Let them have health, extreme wealth, all the best things, enlightenment, powers. This whole organizing, it's like for a movie, just shooting is not enough. We talk so much about shooting, but after shooting, the behind the scene work, that makes a movie a movie. This LMS team is the behind the scenes team. Oh God. Actually, all of you should know, I can write softwares. I have decoded the whole thing just out of interest and curiosity, and I got into some softwares and started studying them. I'm like curious baby all the time, sitting and non-defying what is this, what is that. And I even went and studied multiple judiciary systems in the modern day, how they are evolved. Many different kingdoms. How the monuments they left tells what was their source of inspiration and all that. See, whatever was exciting, inspiring, they built monuments for that concept in each nation. Whether it is the Roman Empire or Greek or whatever. Same way, Rajarajan Chola, Rajaraj Chola, Shiva was such an inspiring living principle for him. He made a monument, not just Tanjore, all the multiple temples he built in stone. Same way, this digital world, the internet, as on now, that's the largest city in the world where 2 billion people are there at any given time. It may be floating population, but at any given time, 2 billion people are there in the internet. That's the largest city in the world. And if you look, the core builders of the internet are Hindus. So we are going to leave the greatest digital monument called Kailasa for the world. How Rajaraja left Brihadishwara temple and all the other temples to tell the world what was his inspiration. How the Egyptians left pyramids to tell the world about their inspiration. We are going to be leaving this great Kailasa digital nation Of course, Kailasa physical nation also will be there, and Kailasa digital nation for the world to know what is the inspiration of the Hindus who built this internet platform. And Ramesh Ramani, Mohana and their team is going to play a major role in that monument called the digital nation Kailasa. Already they have done the work. And what they are expanding, the way it is going, I can see. Just out of curiosity, I was notifying all these. And I picked up this how to write code, softwares, all these. Only then I understood, oh God, so much work. Hey, even if there is some automation is used, you need to know where to put the automation and where your independent intelligence need to be active and involved. புக்கையே எக்ஸாமினேஷன்ல கொடுத்தாலும் கேள்வி எங்க இருக்கு பதில் எங்க இருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சா தானடா காப்பி அடிக்க முடியும். காப்பி அடிக்கிறது கூட அந்த புக்கை ஒரு தரமாவது புரட்டி பார்த்துருக்கணும், படிச்சிருக்கணும். Even for copying in the examination, you should have read that book. So only then you will know where the question is, where the answer is. For copying also, otherwise you can't even copy. Oh God. The Ramesh Ramani's team's work, the expertise. I was actually controlling me without mentioning their name for last few days. Today I thought, no, I cannot control anymore. I spelled it out. I should say the Ramesh Ramani team work is 10 times larger than Nityananda Pedia's work. Hey, unless you know how to sutify the dosai, you do not know how difficult it is. Even dosa sutifying is easy, but making the dough, get the rice, put the right measure and put the dal and uravachifying and grinding and make the dough. Only then you will understand how difficult that dosa and idli is. Same way, only when I started writing the codes and decoding the software science, I understood, oh God. I was actually sitting and notifying to understand. There are some few principles. The whole thing is silicon centric. And silicon is conscious. Bhuma Devi. It's not matter. Fools are those who think silicon is matter. And you can make silicon vibrate alive through electricity. Same way, you can make silicon vibrant alive. Mark my words. When I use the word electricity, I said vibrate. When I use the word sound, vibrant. You can make the silicon vibrant and alive through sound. Through sound. this science of making silicon alive, vibrant through sound only is practiced in many of our temples where the main deity is snake hill or just sand. திருவொற்றியூர் புற்றிடங்கொண்டாரும் திருவாரூர் வன்மீகநாதர் ஆலயத்தும் காஞ்சி ஏகாம்பரநாதரின் கருவறையின் அருகிலும் நின்று the Tiruvattriyur temple, the main deity is in the form of snake hill. Tiruvarur temple, the main deity is in the form of snake hill. Kanchipuram Yegambaranadar, the main deity is in the form of just sand made. Rameshwaram, the main deity is made out of beach sand. Stand in those temple near Garbha Mandirs and hold the vibrator, what do you call, tune fork. The 4 of you friends can try this. I have tried this. After that only I am talking about it. I sent 4 of my disciples to these 4 temples. Made them all stand at same time with the tune fork. Asked one disciple to chant Namah Shivaya holding the tuning fork. The other 3 are not chanting, but the tuning fork of all 4 started vibrating intensely. Our masters have mastered the science of making silicon vibrant through sound. Understand? I will never reduce the status of those deities just vibrant silicon. They are conscious. Paramashiva himself manifesting. Archavatara. I am only saying one utility of that. Temple science is using sound to make the silicon vibrant and alive. I was just notifying to study, is there any way we can make just sound-based softwares, which sound-based silicon products, hardware and software combinations, which does not need continuous recharge of electricity, which makes us independent. Just sound or the sound generated by the earth, its own moving. See, earth generates a large amount of sound by its rotation. That's one of the natural force available which human beings have not yet tapped into. Like solar energy, a large amount of sound energy is available. The sound which is generated by the earth by its movement. If we can start tapping into it, that is one of the inexhaustible, large quantity natural resource, large amount of natural resource. Our ancient masters learnt the science of tapping that large sound energy of Bhuma Devi to make us healthy, excited, inspired, unclutched, pure, conscious. That's why if you just go and stand in front of Tiruvarur Tyagaraja, Arura, Tyagesa, or Kanchipuram, Yegambaranadar, the intense vibration, unclutching you will experience. Understand, these 3 temples are closely connected. That is why Sundaramurti Nayanar loses both the eyes in one temple, gains one eye in One temple, another eye in the other temple. Study little deeply the Sundaramurti Nayanar's history, you will understand what I am saying. It is directly connected to a beautiful science. Sundaramurti Nayanar loses his both eyes in Tiruvattriyur temple. He gains one in Kanchipuram, another one in Tiruvarur. I try to notify, do research in my own way. Anyhow, still I have not yet concluded. Once I conclude, I'll give you some of the conclusions and revelations. Not only that, I'll develop it as a product and then release it. That's much better. More like a service or product till it evolves as a final product or final service. I don't want to reveal the whole thing. Now listen to this much. When I was doing this notifying, I realized the amount of work done by Ramesh Ramani's team in this LMS. So I wanted to put this on record and give my blessings to them. And I also wanted to recommend, if you are blessed to be living in Kanchipuram, Tiruvarur, Tiruvattriyur, Rameswaram, please go to temple every day. Don't talk shit, I don't have time. The number of days you live in that city, that number of seconds you stood in front of the Garbha Mandir and connected with Paramashiva will be the only productive time you spent on planet Earth. The most productive time you will have in your life is the few minutes you spent in front of Egambaranadar, Puttidangondar, in Tiruvarur, Vanmeeganadar. Of course, I think in Tiruvarur, his name is Vanmeeganadar. In Tiruvattriyur, Puttidangondar. In Kanchipuram, Egambaranadar. In Rameshwaram, Ramanatha Swami. All Hindus, stop this shit of no time. If there is a Shiva temple or any temple in your city, make this as a point every day, at least half an hour, visit to temple. If you don't have temple in half an hour, make one temple. கோவிலில்லா ஊரில் குடியிருக்க வேண்டாம். Oh, in my village there is no temple. Build. No, I can't build, I don't have time. Then change the village. No, in my city itself, in my whole district there is no temple. Change the district. Your living district. Oh, my whole district, no temple. Change the district. Oh, no, my whole state there is no temple. Change the state you live. Oh, in my whole country there is no temple. Change the country you live. But don't change the habit of going to temple every day. So I have given multiple understandings in today's satsang. I have a Shastra Pramana to share with you all about what I said related to pornography, masturbation. Vishnu Purana, 3rd Amsha, 11th Adhyaya, 122nd and 123rd Sloka. Paratarannakacheta manasapi gatachana kimuvacha asti bandho abhinasti deshu vyavayinam mruto naragamapyeti hiyate atrapi sayushaha paratarakadihi bumsam upayatrapi pidita. Listen. The translation is, do not have sex with anyone other than your committed partner. In Hinduism, in ancient times, there were people who married sometimes 2 wives, 3 wives. I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm only translating it as it is. Do not have sex with anyone other than your committed partners, even mentally, nay, verbally. Do not even masturbate remembering anyone other than your committed partners, because in the thought level there is not even a skeleton structure for the person who is remembered lustfully during the act. Even having sex mentally, even masturbating, remembering someone other than your committed partners will lead a person to Naraka, hell, after death. While alive, it will lead to depletion of life energy, health, and longevity. Those who have sex, even mentally, with someone other than your committed partners, will experience the bio-memory of those people, fear and danger in this life and after death in both the worlds. I'll give the original verse and translation in the gist in Facebook post. Please read it. I have a lot more to expand and explain about this Hindu parliament principles, exactly mapping the Kailasa, Paramashiva's administration and parliament structure. And I'll give more details in further satsangs. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, casting, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, super consciousness, Kailas of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.